and inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and suspend. And exhale, relax. So welcome again. When we speak about perception, it relates to our sensitivity because we perceive things to which we are sensitive. And usually in life, we are sensitive to what we need, to what we want, to the needs of our ego, rather than to our soul. And this is where we actually lose the essence. Because sensitivity to our ego, it means being emotional, being commotional, being sentimental. We are following our feelings and we are following our intellect. You know, the line of thoughts, what we are thinking, and we follow it. And it takes us in the past, in the future, but we are not in the moment. And then we are deciding from there, from that position of sensitivity to our ego. On the other hand, being sensitive to our spirit, to our soul, it really means that we are sensitive, observing all that is happening within us and around us, the whole universe. We are sensing all at the same time, which is very difficult to do if you are focused on following your mind. Or following your emotions. You really have to calm down. So we want to follow our consciousness, because the consciousness can really help us to have this wider sensitivity. And for sure, we all know we are not just this physical body, but we are also not just this mind and thinking. And we are not just the soul. We are all these three together, and the interaction between them, which is actually flow of our consciousness. So the perception is a function of consciousness, not of mind. And this is what we would like to establish, because as a function of consciousness, then we can have this wider view. And why is this relevant to our life? Because in challenging situations in life, we may start complaining, we can become angry, we can think about why is this happening to me? We try to understand intellectually, develop some strategy, how to avoid these kind of situations in the future, because we are not comfortable with them. But our perception in such situations should really help us to perceive wider, to get more of the understanding. Actually, at the end, it comes as understanding. What is the motivation behind all the decisions that we made in the past, which brought us to the situation that we have at the moment? Because it's not accidental. For sure, we had something to do with having this situation that we have at the moment in front of us. No? So it's not just intellectually analyzing and saying, okay, I did this and that and then, and this is why. But it's really consciously perceiving, because then you can see beyond the surface. And it applies to the daily life, it applies to the business life, different aspects. And it's actually also in business life, it's very important. In the middle of the meeting, can you use your consciousness and sense what is happening in you, what is happening around, what are the interactions between people, and understand what is the really motivation behind, not just of others, but primarily your own motivation. What is happening? And then if we see the situation, whatever it is, from a wider angle, maybe we can see some new opportunities. Now, in the situation which can look bad or unattractive, maybe we can see how to turn this situation, how to elevate the situation to get something better out of it, to make it really opportunity. And we know that, we always speak in life like, is it a challenge or is it opportunity, right? It's both. Each challenge has the opportunity if we know how to pull it out of this challenge, now how to make out something of it. So if we go with this perception, seeing a wider angle in situations, then it's not necessary just for the situation. We can go even further and look at the wider angle of our own life. So not just looking at what do I have to do today, but kind of, can I see broader? Why am I here? And not just why in the sense of, why is this happening and why am I here? But why in the sense of what is the purpose? Why this life for me? And to handle these kind of things, we have to stay flexible, we have to stay open, because this perception of the wider angle doesn't come if you are contracted, which means we have to be a kind of relaxed, open, stable within ourselves, so we can allow everything what is happening to touch us, and we can allow the dynamics within, observing it, not falling in the trap to be, like on a leaf in the storm, just, thrown by our emotions and whatever are others saying in our life. And if for a moment let's say we agree with the possibility that we are spiritual beings which decide to come to this life consciously in these specific circumstances, in this specific time, I mean, it can sound too much. It can sound like, who would like to come in this situation with all these changes and, insecurities and health issues and economic issues and, whatever. But let's for a moment assume that we decided consciously to come. So if that is a true situation, then there must be something for us here. There must be opportunities. Can we see them? Can we perceive some of the purpose of our life? And if we manage to do that, then we can start aligning our life to serve that purpose. Then everything becomes a kind of more clear and more focused. And when we do that, then also somehow the situations around us start aligning and support us in achieving that purpose. Because if this is our purpose in life, then everything around us is supporting that we fulfill that purpose. And then if we manage, so with the practice of meditations, of Kundalini Yoga, we can have maybe a little bit more of this perception, a little bit more of the connection and paying attention to what is happening in us and around us. And if we start developing this sensitivity to our spirit, then in situations in life, we will be able to notice when we are falling out of that. No, maybe not exactly at the moment, but then, when you start feeling emotionality, okay, this is not really what I had, maybe, in the morning when I woke up and do some practice that I do. So we start recognizing that. And hopefully with the experience, we can recognize earlier and earlier, in the sense of when this emotionality starts coming, and it can be in the middle of discussion with someone or a meeting or argument, we can start feeling that and do something if we want. So with our consciousness, we observe our inner dynamics. And then we can decide consciously what to do with that. We can still go with it if we want, and know that we are doing it, and be prepared to accept consequences. Or we can kind of decide, I don't know, to do something, to do some exercise, do the breathing so it helps us, and then we can focus not on the short-term goals, which usually our ego is looking for, satisfy my immediate fears, insecurities, or for tomorrow, or next year, but we can go for a broader view and also a long-term satisfaction that we are going to achieve through this really connecting to our soul, connecting with our consciousness. So that's for the introduction of perception. Let's do the exercise, and it's a little bit funny. Maybe you don't want to do it in the middle of, when you are with a group of people, but you can also, it's very short, so you can also, go to your room, go to the restroom, go to your office, do the exercise to help you with perception. And it does so because it helps, you can help your perception in different ways. This particular meditation helps by helping to break the stress patterns, and it gives us a kind of sense of relief. So we can really be more relaxed and perceive better. Okay? So, how is the exercise? One thing which we will be doing in it is clicking our tongue, and this clicking of tongue, it can be done in different ways. If you try, you can put your tongue more towards teeth or more back. So the idea is to put it in a way as if you would like to pronounce a word hard, but you are not pronouncing. Just har. If you imagine where your tongue goes when you say har, it's a little bit back. It's not touching the teeth, no? And this is where the clicking happens. Okay, not yet. So the posture is left hand with 2 fingers. You take your right earlobe. And it's a little bit funny because you have to keep, get off the earrings if you have. You have to keep your neck straight, but you hang, it's like weight of your hand is on the right earlobe. So make sure you are straight. Your eyes are closed. And just hang there. Breathe long and deep. And make sure your neck is straight. And it can happen that, your fingers slip down from the earlobe. That's normal. You just go back and get your fingers on the earlobe. And all the time you are constantly pulling it down, but your neck is straight and your spine is straight. Now we start clicking the tongue. And please keep clicking the tongue. Keep clicking and find that position that we said before, which is a little bit up and behind, like you would want to pronounce har, but there is no har sound coming from you. Now press the tongue up, stop clicking, inhale deep, suspend, and just press the tongue up to the upper palate. And exhale, relax the arm down. Please stay for a few moments with your eyes closed. And just allow whatever you feel, whatever is happening, just allow it. Inhale and exhale. So this was a meditation actually, and you're welcome to practice yourself. It was 1 minute just hanging and then 3 minutes hanging and clicking the tongue. And in the chat, I have put the link to our website, the COOP website, where you can see more about the training, and also about the website where you can see more about the leadership and success, which is actually topic of the training, but it's in wider context, so you can understand that in addition to this training, which is everything online, and you can guide yourself through the process, there are also possibilities to attend a live online or to attend a combination like hybrid events, physical and online. And if someone is interested, please contact us, email us. We will be glad to provide more information and help you figure out if this training is something that maybe can support you in your life. If there is any quick question, we can take it. You can raise your hand or unmute yourself. Okay, very good. So please put your palms together and get ready. We will conclude with the 3 satnams. Close your eyes, inhale. Sat-nam. 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 Thank you for being with us. I hope you will find the websites interesting and useful, and you're very welcome also to join us on Facebook. Thank you. Have a beautiful evening.